Hi, I'm Lorraine and welcome to my channel. Welcome to today's collective tarot love reading. Thank you. So we're just going to pull a crowning card, get an overall feel about your person's thoughts, their emotions and their actions at this time. We'll pull additional cards, we'll deep dive, we'll break it down. So let's see what's going on with both you and your person. Thank you. Thank you, Divine. What do you need to know? What do you need to know? Okay, the Sun card. All right. The Sun card here. So what it can be talking about there, collective, is, well, the Sun card is the most positive card in the deck, of course. So it talks about here, collective, you're, of course, your person's happiness here. All right. But what does that look like? Here in your reading, in terms of their feelings for you, what it says here, collective, is that they see you. They know they have feelings for you, here, collective. And they know it makes them feel a certain way here. Now they have to take action in order to get it. That's what it talks about. Yeah, of course, there could be a choice involved here, collective. There may be something else here that your person is dealing with here in your reading. See, they see you here, collective, as, well, I was going to say positive here, but if we were to deep dive a little bit further here, collective, it talks about confident here. It can also talk about here, collective, is that, well, it does talk about success here. You're being seen at this time. See, they aren't the only ones that recognize you, coming in with the Sun card here in your reading. See, you're doing things here that make you happy. And these are quite positive. This is positive movement here, collective, for yourself here in your reading. Okay? Which is why they're coming in the way that they are. Because in your reading here, collective, you are the sun here. When it comes to your person. But let's deep dive here, collective, and let's see what else I'm able to, what other messages I'm able to pull here. Okay, so let's deep dive, eh? Okay, all right. So let's go. Oh my gosh. You're coming in with the Five of Wands. You have the Three of Swords here, collective. Okay. What else do you need to know? Okay, you have the Ace of Swords. What else do you need to know? Oh my gosh. You're coming in with the Fool card here, collective. You have the Ace of Cups. You have the Three of Pentacles. You also have the Two of Cups here, collective. You have the Five of Cups. And you have the Four of Pentacles here in your reading. You're coming in with the Ten of Wands here, collective. 15. I'm just adding up your pentacles here, collective. Let's just have a look. All right. Okay, so I'm going to come in with the Five of Cups here. I think all your cards are significant here, collective, because they all make up the story about what's going on with both you and your person's emotions at this time. When I spoke about the Sun card here, collective, let's just dive in there, eh? When I spoke about the Sun card and I spoke about there is something else that your person actually has to deal with. Now, in terms of the Sun card here, collective, what it talks about there in your reading is the Ten of Wands. And so what the Ten of Wands is talking about here, collective, it's talking about the actions that your person took in the past here in your reading, because your person had options, is what it talks about. And that was a cycle, because they invested in that. They fully invested in being seen a certain way here, collective. Now, what the Sun card is talking about here in your reading in terms of your person, see, the Sun card can be seen as self here. What it's talking about here, what it's talking about here, collective, is your person compares themselves to you and where you're at and what you're doing with yourself at this time and where they're at and what they've already done here is what it's saying. See, what your cards are talking about, even for yourself here, collective, coming in with the Ten of Wands here in your reading, it can talk about you too had things that you had to let go of. But these Ten of Wands, your person's Ten of Wands and your Ten of Wands here, collective, are two totally different, how would you say it, situations and experiences here. See, what it's talking about here, collective, is that I spoke about your person sees you here, and I also spoke about that they're not the only ones here in your reading, because you are coming in with the Three of Cups here. And yes, of course, your person had choices, and they still could very well have choices here, collective. But what your reading is saying here, collective, is so do you. You have choices here in your reading. So let me keep going. Okay. And so with the Five of Wands coming in here, collective, what it talks about there is that when it came to your person here, there was a lot of external interference here, collective, that competed for your person's time and attention. Now, what I'm picking up here, or what it talks about here, collective, is that your person actually liked this interference here, because it would have brought about some kind of ego boost for your person, because their perception here, collective, was that people were competing for your person, and they probably were here, collective. Now, what it talks about here also for yourself here, collective, coming in the way that it is here, you yourself had to gain the courage and the strength here. See, this is why the Sun card is different to your person here, and it is and yourself, because what it talks about there, collective, is that you went one way and your person, I'm not too sure if your person ended out a past cycle. What it talks about here, collective, is your person stayed in that cycle, whereas you had to make changes here, especially in terms of the Ten of Wands here, collective, because what it talks about there is that there was a lot on your plate and you had to figure out here, collective, You had to make a choice. Did you want to be happy? Did you want to work on your happiness here? This is what it's saying here in your reading. Now, coming in with the Ten of Wands for yourself here, collective, you may have already invested in or taken certain action here, collective, to invest in a foundation for yourself in terms of building, in terms of taking action. All right. So we're coming in with a job. You may have had a family. You could have had commitments and obligations. See, I'm not saying your person didn't here, collective, but what it talks about here in your reading, it was the actions were different is what it's saying. So yes, of course, and what it talks about here in terms of the Sun card here, collective, what it talks about there, collective, is that you had to make a choice here. Were you going to stay in a cycle, a past cycle here, collective? Following everybody else, here coming in with the Ten of Wands, here ignoring and avoiding your own internal compass here, collective, or were you going to choose yourself? Because the Sun card does talk about choosing oneself here, collective. Now for your person, this is why your person sees you here, collective. That's what it talks about here. Because you put time and attention into yourself. That's what it's saying. In terms of this external interference here, collective, because it does talk about a past for your person here, they may have seen you as interfering here, collective, in what they were wanting to, it's not achieve here, collective, it's about the cycle that they had already invested in terms of their options, in terms of the actions here, coming in with the Ten of Wands. And so you coming onto the scene here, collective, what it talks about there, what it just added to what your person already had to deal with here. So of course they didn't see you here, collective. Yeah, of course there would have been competition, here in your reading, but the truth here, collective, for yourself, it was about confidence. It was about overcoming obstacles and challenges. And yes, your person was one of those challenges here. And they could have also been an obstacle that where you held back, because you do have the Four of Pentacles here, collective, where you held back here. Not from your person here, collective, but from doing what made you happy. Yeah, of course, your person made you happy here, collective, but what the Sun card is saying here in your reading is that you had to channel that into something else here. It couldn't just be about your person. Let me make sure I touch on that one here, collective. See, yeah, when I spoke about here, collective, the interference, and your person may have seen you as interfering here, collective, here in your reading. I do seem to think that that's how they saw you in the past. That was their perception of you here. And like I said before, it was because they had already put their time and attention into others here. People, places, and things here, collective. And because you're so different to what your person is used to, involving themselves with the collective, being around here, it added to the stress of your person's, it's saying here, daily life, here in your reading. Now you're coming in with the Three of Swords. And so what the Three of Swords is talking about here, collective, it's coming in as your person here. Yes, of course, and for yourself here, collective, because what it talks about here, collective, is that you had to keep moving forward. You had to keep that momentum up, especially coming in with the Sun card. And when it came to yourself, you had to keep growing. You had to keep growing here is what it talks about. That positive movement forward, but this also had to do with your heart space here, collective. See, for yourself here, collective, you went through heartbreak here when it came to your person. Now, what it's talking about here, and others here, collective, it could have also been about your past before your childhood here, collective. You too you dealt with that. That's why you're coming in with the Sun card here. And this is why you're being noticed and you're being seen here, collective. Now, for your person, what it talks about here in your reading, it's their actions here, collective. That is bringing in heartbreak for your person, because what it talks about here in your reading is that your person had toxic patterns and habits. And I mean, it would be easy to say that this person regrets their actions here, collective, but they also see it as quite foolish here. They were foolish in the way in which they treated you, and also here, collective, the way in which they treated others. All right. It's coming down to your person finally realizing here what they've done. It's coming in as the program, it's coming in as a cycle. And see, this 10 of Wands here, collective, your person brought it into their reality is what it talks about here. And because they put their time and attention into it, collective, it didn't go the way in which your person had hoped. They did. I get here, collective, is that they didn't realize it was going to end with the Three of Swords. Now, what the Three of Swords is talking about here, collective, is that you've got a new cycle here. And this is what this person knows. This is why they see you here, collective, but they're still in a past cycle. Because they have to, what it's talking about here, collective, is that well, even if they made the choice here, collective, is for your person to choose themselves here. Selfless here in your reading, because that's exactly what you did. Yes, of course, it wouldn't have been easy for you to do that here, collective. You would have had to take time. You couldn't rush it here, collective, is what it talks about. Now you were coming in with the Ace of Swords here in your reading. And so what it talks about here, collective, is that, well, for yourself, you had to heal from this heartbreak, what you went through with your person, but this heartbreak also talks about your childhood as well, ending that out here, collective, which is why you come in with the Sun card here. Okay, now for your person, what it talks about their collective is that they didn't, if you have a look, the sword is down. They didn't want to end out their cycle. They didn't want to do that, collective. Your person just kept avoiding and ignoring here. They didn't use their wisdom to take action, because remember, I spoke about your person feeling quite foolish in the actions that they took or have taken here, collective, in their life, in front of their eyeballs here. Okay, because if you're coming in with the Sun card, what it talks about here, collective, is that you're just purely focused on yourself here, on your happiness, because it's whether or not your person chooses the Sun here, you're coming in with the Fool card. And so once again, what it talks about here, collective, is that your person's, it's like their ego here. Well, this is how it's coming in. Their patterns and habits here, collective, got the better of them. That's what it talks about. Yes, of course, they took a leap of faith into the unknown here, collective. But what it talks about there is that they kept taking the same action. So they never really learned anything when they went through that. And you never do here, collective, until you take the right action, until you take the correct action here. and gain knowledge and understanding about oneself here, collective. You are coming in with the Ace of Cups. Now, the Ace of Cups is bringing in a Tower moment here, collective. What it's talking about here, collective, is that you have choices. Your person has always had choices here in your reading. This is what it's saying here. Okay? There is competition here. What I get here, collective, is that your person's perception here that people were competing for them, that's the perception of the truth here, collective, all right? But the truth that's coming in for your person is now there is competition for you here in your reading. There is some kind of external interference here, collective. You are coming in with the Three of Pentacles. And so what the Three of Pentacles is talking about here, collective, it's talking about your person. Yeah, of course, they've built something here. There's something, but it never really went anywhere because you're coming in with the Seven of Pentacles is what it talks about. And what it talks about here, collective, is your person still wants to be seen as the one, is what I'm getting, but not just by you, but by others here in your reading. Okay? Whereas yourself here, collective, you've reprogrammed. You've gone through reprogramming here. Okay. You're coming in with the Two of Cups. And so what the Two of Cups is talking about here, collective, is that both you and your person kept your feelings hidden. Here's what it's saying. But why you kept it hidden here, collective, is that there were options here. And there still are options here, collective. What I get here, collective, for yourself is that you're a little bit stuck on which option to choose at this point in time. So who do I choose? Because you do have people coming towards you, and they may be in front of your eyeballs at this time. You may be talking to these people. They may be asking you out on a date here, coming in with the Ace of Cups here, collective. Okay. The way in which your person is coming in, I don't think here that's their Ace of Cups. All right. Now, just before I carry on, I'd just like to say I offer counselling, mentorship, advice, program, and tarot readings. If you're interested, details are in the description box below this video. Not just a tarot reader. Now, you're coming in with the Five of Cups here, collective. And so the Five of Cups means a hell of a lot. It could be your person chose someone else in the situation here, collective. They went in a different direction here. What it also talks about here, collective, is that because you're so different here, and because of the choices and the people that are around your person at this time, or they've built for themselves some kind of clique here, collective, some kind of, I'm not too sure if you would call it social standing here. But when you came on the scene, what it talks about here, collective, is that here in your reading, for your person to choose you, they were embarrassed. They were ashamed here, collective. And that's the truth. And with the Five of Wands coming in here, collective, what it talks about there, it's because of other people here. And these other people meant a lot to your person. So this is why your person went in another direction. Yeah, this is what it's saying. You are coming in with the Four of Pentacles. And so what the Four of Pentacles is talking about here, collective, is it's the way in which your person was seen in the past, or they could also be seen that way at this time. They're seen a certain way, collective, and your person, they want to them, that's who they are. And what it talks about here, collective, is it talks about here that your person is already successful. They're already seen a certain way by people here. They're valued by people, and that's what they held on to here, collective. Here. You, of course, they could be holding on to you here, collective, but they could also be holding back here at this time. Like I said, you're coming in with the Sun card. You're coming in with the Ten of Wands, and I spoke about the Ten of Wands here, collective. Okay, right, I am going to leave it there. We've got a new program at this time. It's called Cutting. Please check out the website, all right? And join us in the Facebook group, and I will catch you later. Okay, bye.